When the Kundalini rises, you actually can see the movement of Kundalini. There have been many people who have been talking of Kundalini awakening. Actually, none of them who say so have shown the rising of the Kundalini. The reason being, the Kundalini never rose. The Kundalini only rises when there is somebody who is already enlightened and who knows the job of rising the Kundalini.
We are made of 5 elements, right? So when you get your awakening, when the Kundalini reaches Sahasrara and opens out your fontanelle bone area, you become one with the divine power, then this divine power itself starts flowing through you. A connection is established. Now when it starts flowing through you, this Shakti, this starts flowing through, then what happens? The subtle part we should understand. The subtle part is like this, that these 5 elements we are made of, these vibrations gradually start breaking into the subtler form of which they are made. So the first thing such a person has is the breaks. You see, as it is said that word is God, said also in the Bible. The word is God. Now what is this word? Word is a silent, we can say, silent commandment. We can call it like that. But from that word comes, according to Indian philosophy, is another thing that we call as Bindu. Or we can say word becomes Nad, is a sound. And then it becomes the Bindu, means one small dot, you can say. And then from this dot, you see all these 5 elements start coming one after another. The first element that comes out is light. Tej, light, is the first element that comes out. So the essence of the first element is light. We call it Tej, Tejas. It's written, of course, in Sanskrit, but we should understand that how the light pervades Sahaja so much, and you see the light all everywhere. So the first element, which is light, and you can say in English, the light's subtle thing is, we can say, enlightenment, you can say. But enlightenment has another meaning. So we can say it's Tej. For example, a person who gets realization has a face which is very radiant. So you can say the radiance. The radiance is the subtlety of the light. So this radiance starts showing on your face. The radiance starts expressing itself. And with that radiance, people get impressed. And they start thinking something special about this personality which has radiance. Now you have seen my photographs also, wherever they are. Many a times you find lots of light around. That is nothing but the light in me is giving radiance, because the light becomes subtler. When the light becomes subtler in me, light is one of the elements. When it becomes subtler, then it gives radiance. And so, this is the subtle growth within you that takes place. Your faces also start shining. They too have radiance, and they too have a kind of a different complexion, I would say. This radiance is to be understood is the subtle of the light, of which we are made light in the gross manner. Then after this, from the light, comes the second thing, which we call as Vayu in Sanskrit, meaning the air. So the air that we have, which is gross air, what is the subtle of air is this cool breeze that you get. The cool breeze is the subtle of that air. So the subtle of what you understand as cool breeze is what we call vibrations. The subtle of that is air, which is a part and parcel of our making. So this cool breeze is the second thing that you start getting subtler and subtler. When your growth take place, all these subtle things start expressing themselves. It's not only that you get vibrations, but you get the cool breeze, and that is the subtle of air that has built you. Then comes the water. We are also made of water. What is the subtle of water is sometimes English language, becomes little short of expression, but they call it, which makes the skin, hard skin soft. The skin becomes soft. This is another sign of a realized soul, that there's some cream they use, isn't it, to soften the face. But is the water in us gives us very visible. This is the minimum of minimum, I would say. But then a person who is a realized soul becomes a very soft person, very delicate. When he talks to somebody, in his voice there is warmth, or I should say there is कहते हैं ना अपने आप पानी, हिंदी में कहते हैं पानी होना. They to have that flow, watery flow and coolness of the water. So that is the another subtle thing that should be expressed in your behavior, on your skin, on your dealings with others, that you should be like the water, which is mobile, which is cooling, which is soothing, which is cleansing. So this also becomes a part and parcel of your being once you become a realized soul. With this water, you have also another thing, we call it as Agni, means the fire. So you also have fire, but it's a very silent fire. It doesn't burn anybody, but it burns all the wrong things within. Whatever wrong things you have, it burns, and it burns the wrong things in other people. For example, a person comes with a great anger towards you. What happens that this anger becomes cooled down with the fire that is there. Moreover, a realized soul cannot get burnt. Fire cannot burn. The burning cannot come to him. It's very important to understand. Also, if you are doing something wrong, it may burn you. But if you are a good Sahajayogi, and I should say a perfect Sahajayogi, fire will never burn. We have an example of Sita ji that she went into the fire pit, nothing burnt. So this is what one has to understand, that once you get to the subtleties of the fire, so the fire and the water, both of them become sort of divine. For example, the water which you touch, water you drink, whatever you put your hand in the water becomes vibrated. Means what? The subtlety of the water comes in it. The coolness, curing power also comes in that water. So when it becomes subtler, all these powers start showing, which you can see for yourself. You don't have to experiment. Then the lastly is the Mother Earth. It's most important, is Mother Earth. There's a photograph you might see which was taken in Russia in my dacha, where the Kundalini is in the Mother Earth. Clearly, it's there. And it is the Mother Earth which shows. For example, I've seen flowers. If you keep them in my room, they blossom. They can become very big like that. Never people have seen such big flowers. Sometimes they say, I'm doing nothing, I'm just sitting down. And what happens to the flowers? You see, now there, this principle of the Mother Earth works. The subtle Mother Earth is works. It's a mother. And that gives you all the nourishment and makes you grow healthy. And this is how this subtlety works of the Mother Earth. Mother Earth is the one who is a giver of birth to all these flowers and all these trees and all that. But it also plays a big part in us. It's not only the Mother Earth that exists without our connection. And we do not respect the Mother Earth. We have polluted it, we have done all kinds of things, we have removed the trees and we have made a mess out of her, but she's our mother. And so many subtle things of this Mother Earth come into us. One of them is gravity. A person becomes very attractive, not in the physical sense, but in the spiritual sense. Such a person attracts others. They feel attracted and they feel that something special is about this person. This is one of the quality of the Mother Earth. If she had not kept us attracted, we would have fallen off with her movement. And also other qualities of the Mother Earth also start manifesting within us, and we become very, I should say, extremely tolerant, patient person. Tolerant and patient. Extremely tolerant and patient. But if you are not tolerant, if you are hot tempered and all that, that Mother Earth principle has not expressed itself. Look at the Mother Earth, how much she tolerates our nonsense, how many wrong things we do against her, but still she tolerates. Sri Ganesha's quality is to tolerate, to begin with. Up to a point he tolerates. In the same way, we too become extremely tolerant, patient, and forgiving. I told you about the vibrations. What is it? What does it stand for? And how you get the subtle energy which we call as Tanmatra of our light, Tejas, of water, Jal, and Prithvi, Agni. But I didn't tell you of one, very special one, which is, in English language, you call it ether. But ether is the energy which is managed by another Tanmatra, we call it Akash. Firstly, we have to tell ourselves now, don't think, don't think, don't think, don't think, 4 times. And then you can rise above. And this is very important. In meditation, you have to go beyond the mind. Don't pay attention to others. Don't react. Just don't react. Everything they will see, they'll react. What is the need? What is the use? What are you going to do with that reaction? This reaction creates nothing but ripple of thoughts in your mind. I have told you hundreds of times. And now you have to become absolutely thoughtless. Then only this Akash Tattva in you will work. And how it works? Through your attention. It works with me, as you know. With my attention, I work out many things. How? Just my attention has become thoughtless. Just thoughtless. It goes wherever it goes, it works. But if you put your attention for thought all the time, for thinking, then it doesn't do the work that it is supposed to do. Attention works marvelously if you are thoughtless, otherwise it doesn't. So it has to rise from your own self, then from others, to the higher level of humanity, where you are in communication with the sky, which we can call it as the tanmatra, or the essential or the essence of ether. With ether, you can have television, you can have telephone. It's a miracle otherwise. But with this tanmatra, sitting down here, you can do the job. It works. Just attention works. I know that. I think that is the first thing. Once you have, no problem. But we start manifesting from the earth element, then from the Agni element, then from the Jala element, and then we come to Tejas. The face starts shining. But lastly, we get this thoughtless awareness by which our attention is absolutely free to do some special work. But if you are all the time thinking, then pour this attention is so busy, so very busy. You don't have to ask me then, Mother, please pay attention. You can pay attention and you can work it out. In this attention, you don't feel what you bought, what you are studying, what you are wearing, what others are doing. No, nothing. You are one with yourself. And it's a life full of humor. So much humor. So much of joy. So much of happiness. That you don't care for anything that normally people care for. You all are capable of getting self-realization, all of it. Whatever must be, your past doesn't matter. We have to be in the present. Past is finished, future doesn't exist. You will be in the present, and that's the reality, which you all can feel the vibration. So, one should not have any such ideas that I have done this wrong, how can I get realization? This is unnecessary. You should never think that you are guilty. If you were, you would have been in the jail. You would not have been here. So, don't think you are guilty. Don't judge yourself. You don't know yourself. It is to know yourself you have to do this. And don't judge. You must have great respect and love for yourself. And I am sure it will work out tonight as desired by these people. But those who don't want to have self-realization, I would say they can go. Because I don't want them to disturb others. Supposing if you don't want, it cannot be forced. It has to be asked for. You cannot force it onto anyone. You cannot pay for it. You cannot do anything about it. But if the Kundalini doesn't rise, it's all right. We'll have a center where you can go and get it corrected. Maybe something wrong in the chakras which you do not know, and they will find out. So it will take hardly any time. Hardly any time. Have faith in yourself. First of all, have faith in yourself, and this will work out. First, I think to forgive others is difficult. You see, the Western people, they cannot forgive themselves. And for Indians, the other way around. They cannot forgive others. You see, I don't know why there is this kind of a different, attitude. But we should forgive ourselves also. God has created you as human being, not to be ruined like this, not to be shattered like this, but to achieve your glory. Realization. You have to just put your hands towards me like this. I think if you have shoes, you have to take it out. Helps us a lot. We are sitting in Delhi. We are here in this Bharat Bhumi, in this Yoga Bhumi. It works very fast. In this country, it works very fast. And also with you people, because you love this country very much, you work so hard for this country. So it works very fast. So don't have any apprehensions. Just put your both the hands like this. Again, I would request you must forgive yourself and others. That's very important, because if you don't do that, then your center here, we call the Vishuddhi chakra, will be blocked. The guilty part is will be blocked, and if you don't forgive, then this Sahaja chakra will be blocked. Please put your hands like this, little lower. Now. First we'll start feeling some cool or hot breeze on your fingertips and also on your thumb. Then in the palm, you start feeling a cool or a hot breeze. Some people start thinking that this air conditioning, it has nothing to do with air conditioning. So please have faith in yourself. Now, please put right hand towards me and put down your head a little and feel with your left hand on top of your fontanelle bone area, which was called as talu. If there's a cool or a hot breeze coming out. Now please put down your heads a little and see for yourself. Move your hand. It might be coming very far, maybe very close, but don't put your hand on top, but above. Just move, please. Move it on the sides and see for yourself if there's a cool or a hot breeze like coming. It is hot means you have not forgiven. It means only that you have to really say, I forgive. You don't have to do anything except you have to say in your heart, I forgive everyone. That's a very great quality. Now please put your left hand towards me. And see with your right hand. Again bend your head please. And see for yourself if there's a cool or a hot breeze coming out of your head. Just see for yourself. Now, please put your right hand again. Right hand is more. So put the right hand like this and see for yourself. Now again put both the hands towards you. And don't think. Just don't think. You can stop thinking, even for a second. That's very good. This is called as nirvicharita. Then comes a stage to become nirvikalpa. When there is no doubt in your head, you become into doubtless awareness. Where you're sure you got it, you're sure you can do everything. That is the stage one has to rise.